personally used to organize a lot of weekend sports events just to promote sport. So after the events were over, most of the equipment from the events were going waste. So one day, me and a couple of friends of mine, we went to a little orphanage, which is very close to here actually, YMCA Boys Town, which is a part of the Tsunami project. And we tossed out a few footballs to 35-40 kids. And just seeing how much joy that one football brought to so many kids gave us an idea. And so that's how the whole journey began. From there, we progressed to doing after-school programs where we would send coaches in after school to teach the football team football or the cricket team cricket. Did that for a couple of years. I'd say we were impacting not more than 150 kids at the time. Then we took the next step forward, which was introducing the whole school to sports. You know, we thought, why should only a few kids benefit from it? Let's have a bunch of kids benefit from it. So as of today, we work with 15 schools in 3 cities, close to 17,000 kids, where we basically teach sport. We make better kids and better individuals through sport.
In 2013 இதை வந்து ட்ரஸ்ட்டாக நாங்கள் ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணினோம். 2013 ட்ரஸ்ட்டாக ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிவிட்டு a lot of things started coming together for us. For instance, நாங்கள் வந்து இங்கே தமிழ்நாடுல வந்து எலிமெண்ட்ரி எஜுகேஷன் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டை அப்ரோச் பண்ணிவிட்டு அவங்க மூலியமாக ஸ்கூல்ஸ் எல்லாம் அப்ரோச் பண்ணுற மாதிரி ஒரு பிளான் இருந்தது. And we did that. So once we started doing that, we realized that we could impact a lot more kids. And through an after-school program, we were impacting only a few kids that were interested in a sport. But அந்த இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அவங்களுக்கு வரணும்னா அவங்க முதல்ல ஏதாவது ஒன்று விளையாண்டுருக்கணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் க்ரியேட் ஆகும். ஸோ அதனால் நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணோம், ப்ளஸ் த அதர் இஷ்யூ வாஸ் girls were usually not allowed to stay back after school to be a part of the after-school program. So girls impact பண்ணுறது வந்து எங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்ஷனே இல்லை. அதனால் நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணோம், டியூரிங் ஸ்கூல் ஹவர்ஸில் உங்கள் ஃபிசிக்கல் எஜுகேஷன் கிளாஸஸ்லாம் நாங்கள் அவுட் சோர்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க ஸ்கூல் எங்களுக்கு. ஸோ அதனால் எல்லா ஃபிசிக்கல் எஜுகேஷன் கிளாஸஸும் லைஃப் இஸ் அ பால் டுக் ஓவர் அண்ட் we started teaching them anywhere between 12 and 15 different sports.
Once people started figuring out exactly how we operate, how simple our program really is and the impact that it could have, I think we started gaining a lot of interest in different cities and people started funding it from different places. So obviously the expansion plan started happening. We started a full-fledged operation in Hyderabad and as well as a small operation in Mumbai. And I think these are great additions because at the end of the day, kids are kids. Wherever in India they are, it really doesn't matter. The point is that a lot of these kids really need these opportunities, and so expanding it to different cities makes a lot of sense because it will succeed wherever it is.
நீங்கள் போய்ட்டு வெறும் ஃபுட்பால் மட்டும் விளையாடுங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் அது ஒரு வெரைட்டி இல்லைன்னா பசங்களை வந்து நீங்கள் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ண முடியாது. They'll also get bored. They're kids at the end of the day. So keeping them engaged with different activities through different sports, teaching them different techniques through different sports is what our goal was.
All of us are very strong believers that sport is a game changer. It's like a very, I think it's the healthiest medicine in the world, you know. And if you teach kids sport, doesn't matter what sport, it could be cricket, could be football, basketball, or just about any sport. Kids love sport. So that's basically how we work. We go into schools, we have an expert curriculum, we have special coaches as well, and so far so good. I feel like we're making a big impact.
ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் ஸ்கூலில் என்ன இருக்குதோ அதோட ஜாஸ்தியானது வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூலில் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு எங்களுடைய எண்ணம். அதுவும் இல்லாமல் the kind of energy and enthusiasm that you see in a government school kid is a lot more compared to other kids that I've seen. ஏன்னா இவங்க கிட்ட இருக்க அந்த ஒரு raw energy is a lot more and the fearlessness is a lot more.
In the next 5 years for Life is a Ball, I think obviously expanding the current project is one of the keys. But also more than that, I think we're spreading awareness as well. So one of the main problems right now in India is that understanding something as simple as where India stands in the Global Health Index. You know, we are outside the top 100 nations in the world in terms of our health index. You know, and that's a massive issue. A very simple way to solve such an issue is actually just encourage the current generation to learn sports, to play sports, and to live a very healthy lifestyle. Because that's the reason we're outside one of the 100 nations in the health index, is because our current group of elder people, and this is including, you know, potentially my parents and many teachers, people we know, they don't actually follow a very, very healthy living. So, you know, we want to change that in the future. That's I think one way of really looking at how Life is a Ball can really have a proper impact in the future of our country.
First standardலேருந்து 12th standard வரைக்கும் ஏஜ் அப்ராப்ரியேட் கரிக்குலம் ஒன்று டிசைன் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அந்த கரிக்குலமை தான் நாங்கள் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணுறோம். ஏன்னா when we go into a school, we give them this curriculum, we give them equipment for executing all these sports activities, and we also provide a very an expert physical education trainer, and we use events as an element to keep kids interested in it. So ஒரு ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் சொல்லி கொடுத்தோன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அந்த மாத கடைசியில் அந்த ஸ்போர்ட்டில் ஒரு ஸ்கூலுக்குள்ளார ஒரு இன்டர் கிளாஸ் இவெண்ட் மாதிரி ஒன்று நடத்துவோம்.
Coaches are trained in such a way where they teach sport where kids can actually enjoy it. It's not too much of pressure saying that if I take up sport, I want to become a champion. No. If I take up sport, it's because I want to become a better person.
We get trained people, okay, they would have completed basic qualification in sport, or they would have played sport at a competitive level, at a state level or a national level sport விளையாண்டுட்டு வேலை இல்லாமல் ஆனால் ஸ்போர்ட்டில் ஒரு பேஷனோடு இருக்கிற சில பேரை எடுத்துகிட்டு அவங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் ட்ரைனிங் கொடுப்போம். ஏன்னா we have experts in-house who train these coaches and make them, you know, great teachers. சில ஸ்கூலில் இடமே இருக்காது, சில ஸ்கூலில் ஸ்பேஸ் இல்லாத இடத்துல என்ன பண்ணணும். ஸோ அதுக்காக நாங்கள் வந்து we worked on our curriculum, and then even if a school does not have too much space, we still were able to do something for those kids, and we didn't want to அவங்கள வந்து அப்படியே விடணும் அப்படின்னு எங்களுக்கு தோணலை. அதனால அவங்களையும் நம்ம இதில் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு எண்ணத்தில் தான் ஆரம்பித்தோம்.
Sport has played a very important role in my life. There's no denying that. And I think the most important thing to take away from that is to really see the values that you've learned through sports. So I've been playing sports ever since I can remember, played it obviously at a decent level professionally. But what's really important is to see what lessons you've learned. So for example, for me it would be, you know, dealing with wins and losses, understanding never to take a loss too seriously, not to be too down, understanding that a win shouldn't really make your head too large either. It's about keeping the whole thing in balance. And I think even in business life, even in professional life, and especially when we're doing something like a charitable thing like we're doing with Life is a Ball, I think that's one of the things you're trying to spread is what message do you get from sports and how do you apply those same values to your everyday life.
So, நாங்கள் 3 பேர் சேர்ந்து ஆரம்பித்த first initiative இதுதான். All of us were doing different things. I was I was working on IPL, ISL and all of that. Vikram was a great tennis coach. Somdev was the best tennis player that India has produced in the last many years. And we saw there was a lack for something like this, and we felt that kids were not really benefiting out of it, especially given the current technology era where எல்லாருமே டிவி முன்னாடியும் ஒரு மொபைல் ஃபோன் முன்னாடியும் இருக்கிற டைமில் வெளியே விளையாடுறது பசங்க ரொம்ப கம்மியாக இருந்தது. We wanted to make a difference. ஏன்னா நாங்கள் சின்னதாக இருக்கும்போது இதான் பண்ணியிருந்தோம், வெளியே போய் விளையாண்டுட்டு இருந்தோம். We made friends, we became fit and we learnt a lot in the process. So that's what we wanted to give the kids of the current generation. And end of the day, just to see a smile on these kids' face while playing gives us a lot of satisfaction.
So Life is a Ball is one of the wings where we use sport as a medium, like I said, to educate and benefit the lives of kids all over the country.
So all of this is making a small difference, and that difference makes us extremely happy at the end of every day, and that's what is keeping the fire inside us going. And through this program, even if one kid is benefiting, that also is enough for us, So we've made our bit, அப்படின ஒரு satisfaction.